welcome back to First Down with Donte. And guess what? You know what this means, right? No, I promise. I washed the t-shirt from last week. I promise. Kind of promise. You know the rules. The rules are, if the Broncos win, I wear my Broncos t-shirt. And I know you guys love it. Broncos, Broncos. So we do the Broncos dance. Broncos dance, Broncos dance. Broncos, Broncos, Broncos dance. Anyways, we're going to have to get a little better. We need to figure out, or I need to figure out a better Broncos dance. Because that was kind of lame. But I'm kind of weird, so. Anyways, Broncos won, so I'm really excited. I know it's just a preseason game, ha 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 ha, but it's good. They played the Texans, and the Texans look good. Their defense looked really good, and Peyton played for the first time, so he had about 22 snaps, I believe. Threw to Demaryius Thomas to get him going, and they won. I think it was 14-12, 14-10, something like that, but anyways, so you know when the Broncos win, I wear the t-shirt. I do need a couple more t-shirts. I did inquire about it, and so I'm going to get some. Now, can you guess the two teams that I want t-shirts from? Can you guess from watching the show and who I like? Who do you think are the first two t-shirts I'm going to get? From what teams? So, say it in the comments, and whoever guesses right might get a surprise. So, other news, there's all the second preseason games, and some of the ones that stood out for me, I watched the Bengals play the Buccaneers, and that was actually an interesting game to watch because Andy Dalton, the first string quarterback, number one, huge contract, got paid a lot of money. I mean, he was playing terribly. I mean, it was almost embarrassing. I think he threw 3 picks in a row. I felt bad for him. I just think, everyone has bad days. I'm just sure it was a bad day. But, But our, quarterbacks 1 and 2 in the draft, Winston and Mariota played their second games, and they both played really well. Winston, was much better in the pocket, as was Mariota, and they had command of the offense. And I don't really care so much about Winston, but Mariota, I was watching, and he looked good. He looked calm. I just love it. And all the pundits were saying that he improved so much. So, I'm rooting for Mariota all the way, and I just love the Titans, and I can't wait to go to a game. Oh, yeah. Guess what, guys? So my brother he's going to be going back to Colorado, and guess what? He has season tickets to the Broncos, and I'm going to the Broncos game November 15th against the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs. So you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to film a couple segments of the show there, and I'll edit it into the Thursday show, the Thursday following the game. So it's going to be so much fun. So I hopefully go to another game when the Broncos play the Chargers. So anyways, I'm excited because I'm going to try to get some interviews. My dream interview, as you know, is Demaryius Thomas. So I have to work on that. So anyways, our little rookie quarterbacks were playing okay. They did better. The breaking news, like one of the biggest, there's so many, I don't know about you guys, but I think there are so many torn ACLs this preseason and training camp. I mean, starters are going down. The Packers, the Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys just lost one of their starting cornerbacks, a torn ACL. The first draft, the Panthers. I mean, all these teams, everyone has lost like a major person to a torn ACL. Is this normal? Is this just kind of like a weird thing in the air and everyone's tearing their ACL? I mean, the Packers lost Jordy Nelson, their wideout, and Aaron Rodgers' number 1 target. I mean, that is devastating to the team. It's like the Broncos losing Demaryius Thomas. Knock on wood, we won't do that. So, anyways, I feel so bad because I know my friend is like a huge Packers fan, and I haven't even talked to him about it. So I'm sure he's devastated because he's like obsessed with the Packers. And I don't want to rub it in and say, how do you feel that Jordy lost Jordy Nelson? I mean, of course, what do you think how he feels? He probably feels like shit. So Anyways, that's just a bummer. I like the Packers too. I like Aaron Rodgers. I was rooting for them, but hopefully someone can step up. But I don't know what's going to happen with all that. And also, have you guys been tuning into HBO's Hard Knocks? I keep forgetting to record the series, and I finally caught the 3rd episode last Tuesday. It was so good. I'm obsessed. I love the coach, and I love J.J. Watt, because, everyone loves J.J. Watt, but he is, like I said, we call him Goliath here at First Down with Donte. He is just, I love what he said to his team. He's like, off the field, we're gentlemen, we do the right thing, we're good men, we're good people, we're good husbands, boyfriends. He said that you act appropriately, you're always a good person. But on the field, when you hit that field, you just balls out. He's just, I love it because, get your aggression out on the field, and that's a good time. You can be aggressive and stuff, but off the field, always be a gentleman. So I love J.J. Watt. I'm rooting for him. I actually did tweet him and tell him to be gentle and not sack Peyton Manning, but he ended up not playing. So we didn't even get to see that. And the other thing is, the Seahawks. That guy from the Seahawks, Michael Bennett, was on a radio show, and he was mouthing off about quarterbacks. That guy has a mouth on him. He said mouthy things last year. I don't remember what they were. But he was mouthing off about the quarterbacks and how they're overpaid, and some quarterbacks don't even deserve it, like Tannehill, who's not even won 7 games. First of all, Michael Bennett, if you're listening, quarterbacks are the only player on the team that touch the ball every play. They touch the ball the most. They drive the team. They make the decision. So of course they're going to get paid. It's like the guy that handles the baggage on an airplane that puts your bag below, or the captain. Now, who is going to make more money? Obviously, the captain of the airline. Not to say that job, putting the bags on the plane, is a bad job. Any job is a great job. And, anyone that has a job is a great person. I'm not saying that, but I'm making an analogy. Like, you're not going to pay the captain of an airplane the same as you pay the guy that puts your bags on the plane. So, Michael Bennett, zip it, zoop it. None of us want to hear it. You and your Seahawks, exception for Russell Wilson, need to shut your mouths and need to get your butts kicked this year because you're all arrogant and I don't like you. Instead of mouthing off about quarterbacks, why don't you go visit kids in the hospital or do something with your free time and give back to the community? Because no one wants to hear it, especially me, because you have a big ego and I'm just tired of it. And, it's like everything always comes out of their mouths. Like Richard Sherman has a big mouth, and they just have mouthy egos. They better not make it to the Super Bowl and be really mad. Anyways, I was just wanting to ask you guys something. Is there a team in the NFL with the name Vikings? Isn't there a team called the Minnesota Vikings? I never hear about the Minnesota Vikings. I find that strange, don't you? Anyways, exciting news. I leave for France Saturday. So next week's Thursday show will be filmed at the house in France, in Provence. So I'll be filming the show outside in the garden in Provence. Thank God my mom finally got Wi-Fi at the house so we can actually do things like this. I'm so excited! So I'll be filming the show from Provence next Thursday. Yay, 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 yay. So anyways, stay tuned and love you guys and have a great weekend.